Well, we're without our producer, Wes Garrett, so we've got no intro music. I could have messed with it, but man, I was reading the comments. Looks like you guys are pre-gaming already for the show. Bottoms Up Smokers pre-gaming already. So, how you doing there, Mr. Reedon? You got it all set up there?
Man, I'm struggling, Bill. Man, we're limping in a hot spot. Man, the lighting's bad. Not that it's always any good, but man, we're here though. And I set an alarm. I was having to dock fishing. I'm like, oh shit, gotta go, Bubba. I gotta go on the show.
Right. I guess is it still daylight there? I guess y'all still got light outside, huh?
Yeah, I don't think sunset's till like maybe 9:30 or so. It's like 10 o'clock before it gets dark.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah, and it gets daylight. Well, I think sunrise is at 5:30. So 5 o'clock in the morning it's daylight, and 10 o'clock at night it's 9:02 is sunset. So 9:30 it'll still be daylight. It's crazy.
Shit. What actual city are you in as we speak, or as we show?
We're in Waverly, Minnesota. So we're about an hour out of Minneapolis. I used to call it Minneapolis, but I found out that that's not a word. It's not a name. How you doing, Bill? Man, you still under the weather or still fighting it?
Yeah, man, I've been fighting this little cold. I got better over the weekend, but man, I feel like I think I spoke to you before awards that, man, I can't taste anything. And, I started to think, man, I got COVID. So I went and got a COVID test today and everything. No, I'm clear of COVID because I'm tasting my food over the weekend and everything just tastes bland. And even today I get a McDonald's double cheeseburger and I tell them to add some jalapenos. Man, I can't taste the jalapenos. And probably they're weak jalapenos anyway, but man, still everything just like, man, I can't really taste all that great. But man, apparently it doesn't matter on brisket. So I was able to get the rest of the stuff was a struggle bus. But yeah, man, I'm slowly but surely by the weekend by Rosanke, I should be good to go. So it's Tuesday.
Rosanke coming up this weekend.
Man, slowly but surely we'll get there. So
you had the big Fort Davis. How'd that go?
Yeah, man, Fort Davis. Man, it went pretty good other than I couldn't taste anything. Carl, I think I told you, Carl Davis, man, I thought he was going to win the son of a bitch the way he was floating around my trailer after brisket turned in. Man, he was grinning from ear to ear, and man, he liked it all. And man, he tasted my brisket and basically told me it was crap, but man, he still ended up beating me. He had to troll over after awards. Hey, I got 11th overall. You got 12th. I still beat you, So, man, I think he was happy that he beat me, But man, I wasn't too. Man, altitude's a little different, man. That brisket set at 203 for an hour, and it just wouldn't get tender. And I just kept mashing on it, and finally it broke. And man, I mean, I turned in what I felt like was perfect tenderness, but it took it forever to get there. I guess the ribs probably needed more time because, man, they weren't the perfect tenderness. They had a little bite to them. So, man, it showed up on the scorecard. And needless to say, shout out to Gil Martinez. He was cooking for Cattlemen. So Gil ended up GC, and then Hector out of Del Rio. Man, he got the RGC. So, man, both great cooks. So, man, congratulations to both of them. But I think the best was Jimmy in first place brisket. Did you see the video of Jimmy Spruill in first place brisket? It's great.
No, but him and Tracy get so excited. Fun to watch. I was watching Carl's live feed for a little bit, and it cut out. So I think I switched over. I can't remember who else had one, but man, when I saw it was Jimmy and Tracy and the hooping and hollering and the dance, it's pretty fun to watch. So they got a video on it. I haven't been on.
Yeah, they posted. I think it's on Jimmy's page, man. He posted it, and man, Tracy jumped into his arms, and man, he carried her all the way up to the stage to grab that first place brisket. It was awesome. But man, I don't think there's anyone that gets more excited than those two. for sure. You know,
I agree. I agree.
Mhm.
It's fun to watch, and hope that feeling never leaves. So it don't get old.
Yeah, yeah. So, and we didn't have one last week because I was kind of under the weather, and I don't know. Man, I don't know if it was it all me last week, or was there other people that said, "Fuck it, man, I'm traveling." I don't know. I don't know if it was all me. I think maybe you were out, weren't you, or no? I think last week.
What was it? What was
I
it?
think last week's show you were out because you were traveling, and then I
Yeah.
was like,
So
man,
we
you were out. Yeah.
man, it's been busy for us. So we had the class. We had a comp class last weekend, or week 10 days ago, or whatever that was. Right, May 31st, June 1st. We got done with that Sunday evening around 4 o'clock, and man, I don't know, about 5 minutes later, after everyone left, I ordered a new trailer a couple months ago. Well, it showed up. They brought it from Georgia. So we were planning on leaving Tuesday to head north, on the big summer trip. Well, we still had to mount the pit, get a refrigerator, put it in, fully stock the trailer for being gone 2 months, get all the meats. It was just a big chore. We got it done. We ended up bumping it back to where we travel on Wednesday. So yeah, we were 11 o'clock Tuesday night getting all that list done so we could wake up and hit the road Wednesday morning. But yeah, headed up to South Dakota, man. We went and cooked that South Dakota state championship they had up there. Man, it was a nice contest. They had 48 teams, and man, we had a good cook. We were happy with our stuff, but man, it didn't really go our way. We got an 8th place ribs, good for 12th overall, and on to the next one. So man, now we're in Minnesota. We're up at Jeff Vanderlindy's lake house where they do the teddy camp and all. And man, we've been wearing out these fish off the back dock, hitting his parents' dock, just bumping around and catching all these fish and having a blast. And we'll head this weekend to Wisconsin for a doubleheader, bringing home the bacon.
Nice.
All to Alaska on Monday. So yeah, we're bouncing around. It's fun.
Hell yeah.
We're up here enjoying the weather, man. It got up to like 79 today, so it's kind of a warm one.
Yeah, 79, pretty steamer, I'm sure.
If we didn't get out of the sweatpants and the jackets yesterday, I don't think it broke. It didn't get to 70 yesterday. It was pretty chilly. It was really nice.
Right.
We're enjoying it.
Well, I tell you, my wife stole the show with her first place dessert. There's Smoke in the Mountains in the chat, but yeah, she was able. I think there was 40 teams, and she jumped up. She did her own hooting and hollering when they called her for first. I wish I'd have had that on film, but she was. And it was super cool to watch her, get that last call on that dessert. So I was super pumped for her. Yeah.
Congrats, Vanessa. She's worked hard on that dessert the past, man, 4 years or so. She's worked really hard on it, and she's got her pretty dialed in, I'd say. So
she does, man. She's got it figured out. And, I keep trying to tell her to change shit, and she's, she won't change, I'm running the same shit every time, So I probably should listen to her more because she stays pretty consistent, Meanwhile, I'm like, man, let's shoot this peach juice into the brisket and see what it does. You know what I mean? So,
there's only one way to find out these things.
There's only one way to, scratch that itch, And meanwhile, she stays to the freaking course and no changes.
We do live that way, So I kind of pulled that move this weekend myself. We had a one meat rib on Friday night, and Grant sent me a few bottles of his new sweet sauce, Pinkerton, that come and eat it.
Yeah.
And man, it's delicious. And I'm like, man, there's one way to find out. We're doing that one meat rib. I'm like, man, shit, we're running this out straight out of the bottle. We'll see what they say about it. Man, we hit 3rd place in the one meat, right? I'm like, shit, man, can't argue with that, right? Man, we're running right back out on Saturday, and we did. And we got 8th, and we were actually a point higher on the rib score. I'm like, shit, should have run it on the rest of the meats. Shout out to Grant. Appreciate it, buddy. It works. So
yeah,
good job.
Shout out to Pinkertons for sure. So, well, yeah, we got a heavy hitter coming in tonight, man. Mr. I call it Cano. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but I got Caesar coming in. We'll bring Caesar in. He can kind of introduce our. This is Smokey and Toast. He's our Valley Correspondent. So look, he's all dressed up for the show too.
He's our Valley West. Valley West.
Hey Phil, it's gonna be 95 degrees in Harlingen if you want to come down for
Man, I'm gonna pass on that, Toasty. Man, I'll let you and Paw Patrol handle it.
I don't need a blanket. I don't need a blanket, man.
I do miss you guys, but not that bad, man. I'm enjoying these 60s.
What's up,
Are
everyone?
you? Did you win that Harlingen one last year? The one that's coming up this weekend?
Man, no, I haven't won that one. Maybe this is my year, but I don't know. David's running.
Are you
hot,
sure?
So.
Man, look behind you and shuffle through a few of those. Are you sure?
Yeah, no. No, just first place chicken there.
Okay,
That's what
what it was. It was the first chicken.
He had that one handy, didn't he?
Yeah. That's 3 rows back.
I love it. I love it.
Well, yeah, man. I'm the official correspondent for the Rio Grande Valley, right, Bill?
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. The Fireball correspondent.
That's right. So we're
already missing the $1.99 in the. We had a shot there. There's Michael Robertson.
Thanks,
there we
buddy.
go, Michael. Thank you, Bob.
I'm gonna keep the Fireball away this time.
Let's see. I don't know if there was any others. No. The $1.99 is missing, being that you're on the show.
And look at that.
When in Rome. When in Rome.
That's
Man, we got the Minnesota Golden Lager. Man, it's actually really good beer. I'm gonna grab another.
There you go.
But yeah, man. We've been. I haven't cooked in a few weeks, so I'm getting ready. I'm looking forward to finally cooking. It's a big.
Was there anything in the valley? There was nothing in the valley this last weekend, huh?
No. For the last 2 weeks, there hasn't been much.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we're gonna be cooking this weekend, and in regards to my role, I'm gonna take it real serious, Bill. So
okay.
My correspondent role in the future, we have a lot of Valley heavy hitters. So if they want to get on the show, they can. They just got to go through me.
They go through Caesar. Applications are open, boys.
Yeah, the application will include your best recipe. And
I'll
go ahead and screen. I'll screen.
We'll see if it qualifies to come on.
Those, and we'll see how it goes, man.
We're not going to take any bunk recipes, are we?
No. If it looks like Paula Deen recipe or something like that,
man, we'll reverse run it through the images on Google just to make sure it's something you ain't put
That's
off
right.
the internet.
ChatGPT's got our back.
Oh, good stuff.
Well, did you get any good information out of our guest tonight, or no?
Man, I think he's a sponge, man. I'm the worst sponge. You got to watch what you say around this guy, because he soaks it all in, and he's young, man, and he's on fire. So I haven't gotten much from him, not yet. So all I've gotten from him is that he's hard to book. He was being a diva for a few weeks.
Let me check my schedule. Can't do it.
Got to his head.
Can't do it.
Well, man, I say we bring him on and start hammering down on him. What do you think?
Yeah, right off the bat. Let's start with a good recipe.
Let's start with the good stuff.
Bro, I'm a hard guy to get reach out, bro.
Am I chopping up your last name, David? Am I chopping up your last name?
Yeah.
I'm totally chopping it up.
Hey, it's been chopped up worse.
Yeah, I've been chopped up worse. You're good, Bill.
Is it?
So how do
you pronounce it?
It's Cano.
Cano. Okay.
There you go.
We can't say that. We can't say that. I know. We can't.
There you go. You said
it won't come out right. That's good
stuff.
Call him Canoe.
Canoe.
David Canoe.
You're not holding up a grand champion trophy right now.
Yeah, I know.
If you're not holding up a GC or RGC, we don't even know who you are.
Yeah, I don't even know.
You've been wearing them out this year, man. You're on fire. Congrats, man. Keep it
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So is this your first full year cooking, David? How long you been chopping away at it, bro?
I've been competing for like 2 years, actually. Last year was somewhat like my full year, but not like full year.
Gotcha.
But this year's been my full year.
Okay. And did you do CBA last year? Or were you doing IBCA or both of them or all the above or what?
Not just strictly CBA. I mean,
Okay.
it's pretty hard to find IBCAs down here, and plus, I mean, I'm not really a big fan of IBCA, regardless. But
Gotcha.
it's just just been nothing but CBA.
Nothing but CBAs. Nice. Yeah, well, man, congratulations. You're starting out strong. For all those, everybody that doesn't know, he's leading the point system in CBA. I think Carl Davis is tracking on you. He's trying to catch you, but he's Carl number 2. I think Carl's number 2.
He's gonna stay number 2.
David, did you know? Bullets fired 15 minutes in. Bullets fired.
Yeah, he's
so David, did you know you were number 1, or did Bill spoil it for you?
It got spoiled.
Yeah. How many times you hit the refresh button on Sunday and whenever they're doing
Every,
the points ain't there.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? I thought my Wi-Fi went out or something.
Carl's live.
Bro, I saw that shit. I was like, no fucking way.
Lot of year left.
Yeah, a lot of year left. Can't count that out.
Right.
No, but you're sitting pretty good. You've got, I looked at it, you got what, 3 GCs and 3 RGCs. Yeah. So,
yep.
But again, like you say, man, it's man, you've been really hot lately. It seems like every time you're cooking, you're either granding or reserving, So, man, you took a week off though. I don't know what's going to happen. Are you cooking Harlingen this week or no?
I'm going to Rosanki.
Oh, you coming to Rosanki? Okay.
Yeah. See you out there.
Yeah.
See, what I did was I told him I was going to Rosanki, and so he's supposed to be following me. But I'm staying. I told him I was going to Rosanki, so he was following me, but I'm going to stay back in Harlingen now.
Yeah, you did a full U-turn on me.
I may go to Harlingen now.
Man, fuck that. I ain't cooking on pavement. Fuck that shit.
It's a little hot right now.
Yeah,
oh, it is. Is it in that Bass Pro shop or is it at the Bass Pro? Yeah.
They got a bunch of teams. They got 60 or something.
It's usually around there, Phil, about 60.
Yeah.
50 to 60 teams.
But they don't have a real big payout, I heard, huh?
Yeah, it's a $5,000. I mean, I wish they'd pay out more, but man, they give a lot of prizes, man. A lot of those coolers will be given out, a lot of fishing poles and a bunch of stuff like that. So, like first to like 4th, get stuff, like get stuff from Bass Pro.
That's a good turnout for 5K or whatever. So the big draw is those prize pools and that kind of stuff, or how do
I think the venue too, and the support of the Harlingen Police Department. I think it all goes.
Man, it's nice to see contests do well. So yeah.
But how many comp teams will be there? I mean, there'll be a big number there, but how many comp teams will be there?
Like what, like 10, 15?
Nah, there's a little bit more, but maybe about 15. Let's just say
15.
15. The rest will be local teams that are there to support. Yeah.
And others that don't cook that often, but have cooked, have cooked IBCA back in the day and stuff like that. So you can't count them out.
Is it a 3 meat or 4 meat?
It's a 4 meat.
It's a 4. Okay.
It's a 4 meat, desserts, beans, fajita, and kids Q. And we're gonna run it all. We are, anyways. I'll be miserable on Sunday for sure.
Renee says 70 plus.
Damn.
Next year.
70,000.
I fucking wish.
So, David, man, let's talk about you. And man, you're kind of. What do you feel like the big turning point is? From last year to this year, because you've been hammering it. And man, I think, do you work at HEB? Is that right or no?
Yeah, I work for the HEB warehouse.
Okay.
We're like the behind the scenes of the stores.
That explains it.
Does that give you? Do you feel like you're there on site? You can pick through all the meat, or what?
Well, we don't ship out meats at all. That's San Antonio's warehouse. So I had to go through the struggle of going through all the stores and all that shit.
Just like the rest of us.
No, yeah, just like the rest of y'all.
Right.
But I think the main turning point was for me this year was cooking more. They threw me a set schedule at work, and that allowed me to cook even more, and I think that just helped out a lot.
Was there a cook-off? Was there a
What's up?
cook-off that was like a switch, man, where you're like, I'm chasing, or
I think after. Oh, dude, I think it was after. I can't say Laredo. I think it was a cook off after the month after Laredo. It was somewhere around there. That's when it started. That's when it just flipped. But I forgot what cook off it
sinking in?
was. Yeah,
Man, it
but
looked like maybe was it Briscoe? Because it looked like man,
it could have been Briscoe. But the thing is like I can't really say that because that's like that when they threw me that set schedule. That's when everything started to change.
yeah.
But But that was like I think in after April, that's when they threw me that set schedule. But I forgot what cook off in April. I mean February, March. In March, I forgot what cook off in March that I did that just flipped.
oh, where your correspondent will look it up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
kidding. I ain't doing that.
oh come on,
Man, I'm looking at it now. So you were 14th at Briscoe, then you GC'd the WBCA red, white, and whichever one that was, right?
yeah,
Smoking on the Rio, 9th, San Benito, 10th, Guadalupe Reserve, Freedom Fest, 3rd, All Fired Up, 5th, Blazing by the Bay, 3rd, Los Quinados, 6th Annual State, Grand, Bishop, Grand, City of Alamo Reserve, Jordanton, man, you must have dropped a meet. You were 9th, and then
yeah.
Watch Stock and Barrel Reserve. So, man, it kind of feels like since Briscoe, you just kind of really been on fire for whatever, which is
Yeah,
Maybe
fucking Briscoe. Briscoe was a fucking badass competition, honestly. Like Briscoe, like that was my first cook off going by myself, like out there by myself. You know what I mean? Because usually my dad would like help me out travel,
Right.
outside of the valley, but this time he couldn't because he had like a whole eye surgery. So that weekend he just threw me a curveball, like, hey, like you're gonna have to drive, like I'm gonna get the surgery. And I was like, and it was pretty fucking nervous. You know what I mean? So I went out there. I did my my regular routine, did it like how it's supposed to be, and it worked out, fucking badass.
Q. This guy doesn't even drink, man. Look at him. Look at him go. That can't.
Appreciate it,
I'm
Ron.
drunk already.
Right.
I'm fucking drunk already.
Caesar, we know you got some Fireball on standby. You say you ain't getting
Oh,
You got it
yeah,
on standby.
I'm laying off. I'm laying off.
One
Man,
more
I
for
can't see
one
the
until
more.
halftime. Man, at least until halftime.
I can't see the donation amount, man. I just see a little white circle. So we'll see how big the donations come.
Trust me, it was more than $1.99, Caesar.
Yeah, I think
Hey,
that's
man,
enough for a
but do they
fireball.
do it every week?
Man,
Shit.
Wes is pretty tight with the controls. Just because you're over there, filling in for producing, don't mean you got all the buttons.
I got the Fred set up, I think.
Pretty soon there's going to be a thing, fuck Toasty. You know what I mean? Wes is gonna have to open it.
I bet that,
man.
but I bet the fuck Fred button works. You should be able to find that.
Oh,
He's gonna
yeah.
leave that one
Right
live.
here.
It's right here.
Somewhere over there.
It's a big one. It looks like the jitterbug.
You can't miss it. That.
Comments. I didn't have them on. I'll start reading through the comments while y'all are bullshitting and see if we got any questions.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like a lot of the big ones too that I was at, man. You've been getting some no call, like I think on the Rio, no call top 10.
I think you've
And
done
then-
that twice, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then was it Pleasanton where there's like 70 teams and call top 10 that one as well?
Yeah, let's circle back to that one.
Yeah, let's circle back to that one, dude. That one had me tripping out, dude. Like,
Did it?
yeah, like I was there at Wards, and I'm there, like, man, dude, like all my meats felt fucking badass. Like they tasted good, they looked good, and I think that was my second competition or third that I started doing burn-ins.
He's going to be in the comment. I can't make it tonight, but he's going to be watching the show and in the
He's
comments.
gonna be there.
Just
yeah, that
make
was
sure nothing fucks up.
Well, yeah, that was the third competition where I did started cooking burn-ins and all that stuff, and my brisket box looked fucking fire. And did someone call me? And then but yeah, I turned in everything and I go to the wards and I'm there like, fuck, fuck, dude, I'm about to go to my first competition without a walk, dude. And I was like already tripping out. And then Rob comes up to me. He's like, come on, get one. Just get one. And we're like at 5th brisket. And then I'm there like crossing my fingers and then nothing. I was like, fuck, dude. And then when they started calling the overalls and then they got to 6 and then Brenda was already calling out 5th and they played my song and then they paused it because they did some sponsor announcement. And I was like, dude, they're playing with me right now. They're mind tricking me. And then they fucking go on, they call out my name. I was like, there's no fucking way, dude. There's no fucking way. Like, you get to see like everyone around that little barn, dude. They were just looking at me like, what the fuck did this guy do? And then I look at my score sheets, basically like 11, 11, and then 15, and 16. I was like, how the fuck does this make sense? Same thing with smoking on the Rio too. I was like, how did this make sense?
You were 9th there, right? Smoking
Yeah,
the
I was
Rio?
9th over there.
No call 9th? That's wild.
Yeah.
That took off.
But I'll take that any day. Pinkies out.
And we do have a
Oh,
serious
man.
question.
2 more cans, man. We're getting to all the rest of. We're getting all the playbook. If he drinks
Let's
2 more.
let's
of those
start
cans.
with chicken while we're at it. We did have a question. They said, "What are you throwing in the chicken box? Half chicken, drumsticks. What are you turning in for chicken?" If you care.
Half and legs. Half and legs.
Half and legs. How many legs?
Oh shit! Like the most 3.
In addition to the one that's on the leg of the half.
Yeah, the most is 3, honestly.
And what are you injecting them with?
Start from the top. We prefer everything in quarter cups if you can.
Everything. It's a quarter cup of none of your business, and then another cup of
Heavy dose, a heavy
That's the
quarter,
wrong show.
a heavy quarter on that one.
yeah,
Drink,
heavy
drink
quarter.
up, drink up.
Yeah, and then a cup of this.
Can you be bought? Man, we got a donation. Thanks, Andy.
Fucking Andy, fuck.
I
Thanks,
better see
Andy.
you crush that can and then get a new can.
Bro, I'm already tipsy. I'm about to fall off this chair.
And are you cooking on all drums, David? Are you all drums? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all drums. 2 regular drums and a little chicken cooker on the shorty.
Okay, a little shorty for the chicken cooker. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you can't beat those drum smokers, bro. They're fucking awesome.
And are you on a Quattro D shorty or no for the chicken or no?
Cuarto D.
All of them. All of them. Nice. Nice.
Oh yeah.
What temp are you running that shorty at?
Like about 450.
Blast.
Huh?
Yeah, blasting them.
How long does that half chicken take?
Oh shit. A little over an hour actually, so maybe like an hour 20 minutes or so. But
And the drums go on there with it too. All of it goes on at the same time.
yeah, like so all the drum, like the 2 regular drums are at 300, but the shorty that's gonna be blasting like fucking like 450, close to 5. But
Damn it.
But literally when that shorty's on, it's gonna stay on like that, because once that's on, everything's gonna go back on there for setting sauces and everything. So
Okay.
yeah, so once that's on, it's just a workhorse after that, you know,
Right.
because that's when all the other 2 drums are off.
So you use the shorty to set all your sauces for all your other meats too.
Yeah, I mean, I just like it because like everything's just touching the coals right there. You know what I mean? It's like you can't beat a meat that's touching the coals.
That's a great flavor.
You know, it's a great flavor, and plus it smells good as shit. So
Yeah.
Shit doesn't smell good.
Are you running that hot when you're setting them?
Yeah, I'm
Come
running
on.
hot.
How big was it?
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
A little
We
guy.
got a live action.
We
We got
Live
a, we got a fishing
live-
report. We
live report.
got a fishing report. We got a,
Bring that catfish over.
Bring it on the camera.
Come on,
Bring it
on.
yeah, bring it over. Yeah,
we
bring
got
it
show.
over.
Hey, that's a bullhead. That's a
Put it on
bull.
your dad's lap.
Shit.
Yeah, we call that dinner.
That's a first. Hey,
Yeah, so we
anyone,
got a little-
the next
we got a
person
little
to send
bullhead
a
there.
donation, we'll
Yeah.
mail that catfish to your front door.
Hey, go put that back in the lake. Those ain't really that good to eat. Those bullheads ain't that good.
Yeah.
Y'all go catch something tastier.
Right.
Hold on. Y'all keep bullshit. I got to take a fish off a hook. Hold on.
Nice catfish.
So Dave, right now you're sitting at 1. It's pretty interesting to me because you're not like you're real consistent on your meats, but you're not like a top 3 on I don't think any of the individual meats. So it just shows how consistent I think you cook, right?
Yeah, that's all it is.
Now you have a target on your back. What are you thinking, man? It's still early, but you're gonna still run and gun, or
Yeah, I'm gonna still run it. I mean, shit. Like the only thing I could do is just stay consistent and showing up every weekend. Yeah, that's
Is that
it.
the
And are you
plan?
making any changes week to week, David, or you just been running the same program for the last couple of months?
No, I've been kind of running it, but the only thing that changed was only in Laredo. So when I was doing my brisket and I was going through my seasonings, I had all my seasonings, but there was one seasoning that like I was just completely out. Like there was nothing in the bottle. So that's when you look for shit in your seasoning box and you find what you got there, and that other extra seasoning that you add
What
on.
was it?
It's called nothing.
Hey, you gotta
And
try.
yeah, and then that ever since I added that seasoning, it kind of just changed my whole brisket recipe and flavor on it, and ever since then, I think honestly my brisket's been hitting really pretty decently good, this year, and like to me when I first started competing, I think brisket was like the hardest like flavor profile to get on a brisket. And honestly, I think I figured out brisket just going down on competitions every weekend.
Well, I miss the David that used to give up his points every weekend, his brisket points.
Hell no. Yeah,
Right.
you ain't gonna
He
get.
used to.
You're
He
gonna
used
get.
to. This guy used to like not use his point and just have it there. Like, hey, come to daddy. I'll take that. I'll take
Hell
that
no.
point off you.
I should have been
Well,
charging you at that point.
And now
So you're on
he
the
was
burn
like,
ends
yeah,
now.
one
Might have
time
missed
you're
all
gonna
that.
throw it away, dude. And I was like,
Yeah,
wait,
there was
wait.
that time.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Don't throw it away. It's not the brisket's fault.
So it was there in Lock, Stocks, and Barrels last year. I fucking bought a million meat, a brisket, and they sent me out like a real thin one. And I was like, fuck, dude, like I need another brisket. So like there was no briskets down here. So when we go over there, I found this badass Snake River farm. So I'm there trimming it over there at the competition, and then I just sliced off the whole point, and like I had the trash can outside, I think, and Caesar just looks at me, he's like, "Are you fucking crazy? You're gonna throw that shit away?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Bring that shit over here," and I was like, "Okay." Here. And then ever since then, like I'm not that guy anymore. I ain't throwing points away. I'm keeping them.
He figured out Burn-In's walk.
Yeah, I feel like Vernon's walked,
Right.
Yeah, no
So
one.
your
No one
burn ins every week. You're turning them in usually.
Yeah, every week, but it just depends how the brisket is. If I can't get a good burn-in point out of the brisket, then I just won't fucking do it, dude. Honestly, and it happened to me like twice already, I think, but I still walked.
Right. Yeah.
No big deal. Where's that?
No
button?
big deal.
Caesar, where
Yeah,
you
no
at?
big deal.
Button's
Big
in
ass,
or
no
what?
big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
Schaefer would probably comment, but we know he's already gone to bed. He made his.
He
Probably
commented once.
Yeah, that's normal par for the course.
That's
Get
his
one in
quota.
there.
That's his quota.
That's his quota. Anything other than that's overtime.
Right.
Where's that fireball at?
I'm feeling good, Brian. Thank you for asking. Appreciate it.
He said he's going to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you covered it, David, but before the catfish came, I was asking, do you set your sauces at 450? Are you still screaming, or you back her down a little bit?
Well, at the time, it's because once those 450 happens, it starts going down. I let the charcoals just
So you
burn
just
out
let
of
it, fade.
Yeah, I don't close off any vents or anything. So like I can't really give you a specific temperature because like it's because every getting weekend is gonna go from like 300 to 50, 200.
But it's not
150.
450 anymore. It's
But it's not 450 anymore. But as long as if that drum is hot enough, I'm fine.
And
But
you're
yet
5 or
again,
10 minutes.
I have
5 or
that.
10 minutes setting them, or what?
Yeah, like me, I have that drum exposed to the sun a lot. So like that's added extra heat to the metal. So like that's just perfect for me. So like it won't add it to the temperature gauge, but like all around it, like on the radius around it, it's gonna be hot. So
Radiant heat. Man,
Yeah,
we could
I let-
next level.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right, boys. We're getting a little bit out there. The Nuggets are hard tonight, but we're trying. If you listen close, you can hear them.
So, are you cooking one chicken half, David? Or are you cooking a spatchcocker, or what are you doing for your half?
Me, I'm doing two halves. I'm doing two halves. Yeah, before when I first started, I was doing spatchcocked, and fuck, I hate spatchcock so much. I hate cooking spatchcock.
Right.
For some reason, like I can never get the temperatures really evenly, and then like I hear like I don't know why the thighs or like the leg quarter, they're always moist on the spatchcock than the halves. I think they're just both the same shit. Really, because I mean, dude, really, like it's a dark meat. They're gonna be moist as shit. You know, they're gonna be moist regardless.
Do you sugarcoat everything?
Yeah.
I'll take some moist shit right now.
Man, as KP calls it, a little abrupt.
You know, they're moist. You know, they're moist enough. It's dark meat. You know, some people get it confused when you temperature gauge that leg quarter. They're like, oh, the juices they're not coming out. It's not juicy enough. It's fucking juicy, bro. You just gotta let it keep it going a little bit.
Get your shit together.
Yeah, keep your shit together. Just worry about the breast. You know, like I'm not here saying that my chicken's the best, but I mean I cook it pretty good.
No, your chicken's been pretty. I mean, I think all your meats are consistent, but your chicken usually gets in there for sure. You know,
oh, for sure, it gets in there. Shit, I'll take a 10th place any given day because shit to me, like chicken's like the hardest thing to cook, and as long as they place this from 1st to 10th, I'll take it. I don't care.
Right. Let me just see where you're at on chicken. Let's just look it up, huh?
Yeah.
You lead the chicken category or what?
Yeah, I don't.
Corby,
you can drop that dime. You tag them every week.
They pretty much said thanks for the nuggets.
Yeah. That's all I'm gonna give Corby. Shit, but yeah, I mean, dude, like I don't know, dude. I think just the quarter legs itself, they're just juicy. What's up? So Serge.
Dave must have like at least 6 employee of the months because he's the only guy I know that drives home from Uvalde, from Laredo, from freaking Concan. He drives all the way back home 4 hours, 3 hours, the same Saturday. He's crazy.
we've got a substitute $1.99 donation for you, Caesar. Since Caesar's not going to donate tonight, Al Morowski. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Keep it coming.
Think, Dave, it's time for a new can, Dave.
We're almost there.
What are those, David?
They're made of like golds. They're
Sunny D's.
Yeah, look at that, dude.
Sunny D's.
Sunny D's in a beer
different
can.
flavor, or is it just Miller Lite in a gold can?
It's just Miller Lite in a gold can. But I feel feeling pretty fancy. You know, number one guy needs to drink golds.
Man, if you're gonna drink beer, you might as well do it out of a gold can.
Yeah, dude, might as well do it out of a gold can.
Get ready if he does.
Man, mine's got gold and blue ribbon and gold on mine. So I got blue ribbon.
Yeah, honestly, I thought you were drinking a brisk. It looks like a brisk can.
Man, it's Minnesota beer, so it's probably only 2%. Man, they're pretty weak around here.
A little cheesy.
I don't know. No, 4.9. They got a little beer in it. They got a
little beer in it. Fucking Minnesota looks like a dry county.
Well, you can't get beer. You got to go to liquor stores. The Walmarts don't have beer. Like the gas stations don't have beer. You have to go to a liquor store to get anything.
And for that reason,
we went to Walmart earlier. I'm like, I'm gonna pick up a case of beer for the show tonight. Man, I go in there and I'm like, their beer section is like 10 feet long, and man, there's all these different kinds of root beer, and I'm like, man, does this have alcohol in it? And I'm reading the can. I'm like, man, I think this is just root beer. Why is it in? And they'd even said beer and alcohol, like the aisle. Man, there's one carton of Busch Light Like, and I think it's a reduced Busch Light at like 2.6 or something. And then
NA.
O'Doul's, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm in Minnesota. I forgot they don't have it in the stores. We go next door to Wisconsin, and they're basically throwing IVs at you. Their Walmart aisles look like, man, there's Patron, you name it, man. Their Walmarts in Wisconsin have everything. So it's a different world. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be your last time going to
be.
Minnesota. Yeah.
Man, this Minnesota lager's pretty good. I'm on it, and I'm gonna be on Spotted Cow next week. We're going to Wisconsin, so we're gonna load up.
That's some good stuff.
Man, Serge is on it. Look, I see it in the comment right now. He beat me to it. Yep, we're gonna load up on the Spotted Cow Friday when we get to Wisconsin.
Hell yeah.
So we got basically no chicken tips out of him. Should we move to ribs? Or no?
Hey, Dave.
Did we move to ribs and not get anything in that category? Let's move along and see what he has not to say about the ribs.
Dave, what is I'm curious, what do you feel is your strongest category? Like,
bro, honestly, I'm gonna say ribs, but my ribs haven't been hitting.
Okay, let's go.
But they haven't been hitting shit for the past 2 weeks. Remember that.
Man, give it up.
Let us help you.
Let's hear what's going on.
Let us help you break that down.
Let's help you break that down a little bit.
You know, I mean,
walk it through it. We can figure out what happened
maybe
in the last 2 weeks.
We'll get you out of the funk. We'll get you out of the funk.
You know, I think the only thing that I'm using is Pray Fresh. You know, is that a good thing or not? You know,
that's good.
It's
You're
good.
starting off okay.
You know, how many pounds should I use? Because I usually do 4 point plus.
Oh, that's a tidbit there.
There's a little nugget.
Keep going.
Wait a minute. We should be asking you. You were fucking number 1 in ribs last year.
We're getting closer.
Caesar said that was last year. Nobody cares about last year.
Yeah. Nobody cares. Hey, no, it was chicken. And I got all these people claiming that they're gonna be 1 this year. So
he said it's early. It's early. What kind of ribs are you cooking, Dave? What brand are you cooking? Are you stuck on something, or you bounce around, or what?
No, I strictly stick to Prairie Fresh. I mean, when was it? Last year, you know, I was bouncing around a lot, you know. I was bouncing around to Smithfield,
IBP.
The IBP ones from HEB, and then Prairie Fresh, and then All Naturals, HEB All Naturals. The thing is, because I was doing really good in IBPs for a good handful of competitions last year, but for some reason, like HEB just didn't carry them anymore. Like they just stopped. Like it's just fucking HEB's weird like that. Yeah. And then I went out to Smithfield, and like I just did not like Smithfields at all, dude. They smell for some reason. They give off a little weird funk to it, like even though it's not expired, but it feels expired. And I just couldn't hit them on just hit, and then I did that for like a good 3 of them. Didn't really do good, and then went over to Prairie Fresh, and that's when I started hitting. But you know, at the time, like I was asking for tips for everyone. Like when you look for a rib at the stores, like how do you look for them? Like how many pounds? Like because like the marbling and all that shit, and you know, like I did a lot of shut up and listen. You know, I did a lot of that shit. So when I did that, you know, that's when you know, people fucked up when they were giving me tips like that, and I started doing good. But yeah, exactly. You know, like season, you know, and
careful what you ask KP. He'll send you down the wrong hole.
That's who we needed to send him to.
No, don't do that. No.
Yeah, are you bleeding hearts out there? Let's help David out. You know, we kick it all ass.
Wrong direction.
He's a young
wrong
kid.
direction.
Watch out that direction. Just leave me to glory after that.
Oh God.
I'm gonna start wrapping my briskets in fucking trash bags now.
Don't be giving up all the kids' secrets now.
I'm just gonna start kicking my brisket on the floor for a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, but now, you know, I started, you know, I went up to Prairie Fresh, you know, and started looking at ribs, you know, a lot. You know, I was like going into them, looking at them, and all that shit, and then and started looking for the weight on them too, you know, because the weight does matter, and you know, so after that, everything's history. But there was a couple like this year itself. There was like a good maybe a month or less that there was a point where I was just grabbing whatever ribs there was. I wasn't even looking at them or anything, and and I was still hitting, but like it was not hitting to the point where like how I wanted them to hit. And then every time I had them on the cutting board, they were like, "Man, dude, this one's too thin. This one's a little bit thicker. This one's just too little wonky." And then that's when I started going into more detail on rib. I went back to my old roots because I was just being lazy at the time, and that's when I started just hitting more. But like, then I stumbled upon this little slump on for like 2 weeks. I haven't been hitting shit. But and last week, like 2 weeks ago when we went to that the borrows, the stocks and borrows, shit, I was there telling Caesar that I felt like my ribs were gonna fucking hit because the fact that like when I sauced them. Shit, like you can still see seasoning, the fucking pepper flakes, like literally like nothing flaked off on the rib, no seasoning flaked off.
I think you posted a picture, didn't you? You had a pretty rib that you did a picture.
Yeah,
of,
like
right?
it, like just like
That's
that,
beautiful.
I mean, like all the 10 ribs I put in that box looked like that, and that rib that I posted, I tasted it and it was like, man, dude, I can get like a taste of every like seasoning that I put on there, and it tasted really good and smooth, nothing too powerful, nothing too like. This is too sweet. This is too savory. It's just like in the middle, and yeah, I even splashed a little bit of my finishing dust on it too, and I was like, dude, this has to hit. It didn't hit.
I missed that.
That's
What was your finishing dust? I missed that. What was it?
Shit, I forgot. I even forgot. I think I forgot because I'm too drunk already.
Get you another cold. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I'm almost there. I'm about like this way. I'm about like that.
Oh shit!
No way. There's no way.
Dude, these
I
are
think
fucking
you
crazy
can.
counters.
I give you $10 for you to do this. Just flip it like this.
$10. You got my Apple Pay, right? But now,
Hey, when he starts talking about how he uses his fingers for seasonings, that's when we know he's drunk.
Oh shit! I ain't giving that out yet. I ain't giving that out yet. Nah. Yeah. These fingers do a little magic. This is why I've been pretty successful.
That's good stuff.
But yeah, I mean, I thought that weekend my ribs are gonna hit, but but it is what it is. You know what I mean? They don't hit. Go on to the next weekend, and then to the next weekend. But
how long is your rib cook? I mean, do you rest for a long time, David, or no? You doing a long rest?
So I changed up my whole cooking method now. So,
is this the last 2 weeks?
Because before I used to use 4 drums. I used to use four drums, 3 regular drums, and then the shorty, right? So I started, you know what I mean? Like everything comes out of my pocket. So like I kind of minimize 1 drum, so I don't have to use so much charcoal. And so first I cook my pork first, right? So I cook it at the same time as my as my brisket, actually. I'm sorry. Cook at the same time. So like my pork only takes like 2 hours to cook. So when that's out about 8 o'clock, that's when I put my ribs in. But now literally I think they're only resting between an hour or 30 minutes, one of those two. But I'm not too specific, like really like on like really harsh on resting ribs because there's not a lot of meat on ribs, So I mean, and then to begin with, they're sitting on liquid, so like they don't really need to rest that much.
Heard it here first.
Heard it here first, folks. They don't need to rest that long.
I heard cook to the box. That's what I heard.
Yeah, cook to the box. Fuck it.
Pull them out at 12:30.
Yeah, pull them out at 12:30 and start doing your bullshit.
Right. Oh yeah, there's Jared McCoy. He's a 2 drum mafia,
Yeah, dude. Honestly, yeah. And the plus, like, you don't need to be like, I don't like shit. Like, I don't like to be loading up so much shit on my trailer. So like, that's less stuff that I had to unload.
Right.
Yeah. So.
The slump. 2 weeks slump.
No calls in 2 weeks as a slump. If I only was so lucky.
So Todd says, I don't know if we covered it. How many slabs do you cook? How many ribs do you cook?
Just 3. Shit. I mean, just only 3. I mean, that's all I need is 3.
Hey, Dave, are you panning them or do you wrap them in foil, or is that too much to ask?
Foil.
Foil, individually wrapped.
Yeah, individual wrap. I just don't like me personally. I don't like to put them in the pan because sometimes I feel like one of them is not gonna cook evenly, And like I don't want to leave one in there longer and then take out the other 3 and then put them in another pan and all that bullshit.
There's some knowledge, folks.
Yeah, some knowledge,
Getting
folks.
out
You
of
know.
they're getting out of him.
So what are
little.
you looking for when you pull a rib off, David, to give some of these home gamers a little bit of when hey, this rib's ready, this rib's not ready. Is it strictly on temp, or is it feel, or is it a little bit of both?
When I grab the foil, that's when I know when one's ready or not. Honestly, like sometimes I don't even need to poke them, but I'll still do them just in case because, sometimes when you're not trimming them well enough, there's some that thick fat on them, in between the bone and the meat, and that can go up to literally all, from one to another. So like from the beginning of the bone to the top of the bone. And if you don't trim that enough, and sometimes they won't render enough either because they're real thick and hard. And so it should, like, I'd be grabbing the foil, they can bend, but when I go like this, like it can still feel hard because of the fact that like there's a piece of fat in there. But I mean, it can still be done. But reality, I'm just going by like the way I grab the foil and that's it. But
How do you grab the foil? What is it like a cradle or you do it?
Like there's like just 2 hands like that, like
Oh,
I mean that's like the way
you feel the bend in it, right?
Yeah, I feel the bend in the way that I grab the GC trophy like that. I mean, it's just the way like that.
The way I grab the GC trophy, right in the middle, right here,
just like that. Yeah, I mean that's the way I grab them. I mean, I don't see a problem, putting them in the whole big pan or anything. But me, like, I just like them wrap them individually because sometimes one will just like just be slacking off, and plus I don't mind putting that extra work. You know what I mean? Wrapping them individually. It doesn't take no more than like 5 minutes or anything like that.
Well, we've got pretty much nothing out of ribs. Should we move on to pork or no?
You ain't getting shit out of there either. I feel like pork's the strongest for me, but I don't know.
You just said ribs, bro.
It was ribs a while ago, but
I'm mind tricking y'all.
I got a feeling it's following the categories we're talking about.
Dude, I think it's time for me for another beer. Actually,
I think it is too. Grab 2.
And a
Grab 2 beers. One. Caesar, you're
you're gonna have to put in some work on it. You have to start working on it.
I'll tell you one thing for all the guys chasing out there and those who might think of it. You're gonna have to listen to that type of talk for a whole year if he does end up on top. So that's some motivation.
You get nothing.
You get nothing.
No soup for you. No soup for you.
No soup for you.
This is how I hold my ribs.
Yeah, the same way I hold my GC trophy.
That's what you're gonna get for a year.
Hell yeah, that's all you're gonna get.
Oh, that's funny.
But pork, I feel like pork's my strongest. Actually, fucking it. No fucking way.
Never miss a week. I never miss a week.
Appreciate you, bro.
Hey,
you donate $5?
For some good info, maybe. If you'd have asked me, I would have said pork's your strongest category.
It actually is, but I'm just trying to mind trick y'all.
You're doing a good job. Hey, on pork, what do you normally turn in? Your monies, or what kind of box do you normally turn in?
Like, I honestly, I feel real comfortable on both. I'm doing monies, pork at the same time.
I'm the lie detector test right now.
Hey. I helped you on pork.
Not much.
David Finch, good hang tight. Caesar, what did he help you on pork? We'll get it out of Caesar.
I got about. I think I came out 28th place and lots of stocks and barrels. So.
Sent you down the wrong hole.
I think that must have been another David.
I got the KP class from him.
Yeah, I got the KP.
All right. Finish the wise tale. You do both. This, that. Give it a spill. We'll hit the buzzer. Go for it.
Yeah. Come on, say the truth and no buzzer.
Man, I did not teach you that pork.
But what do you
Nah,
turn? What
Let's
do you turn
back it
in?
up
Come
a
on,
gear. You
let's
cooking
go.
just monies? You cooking you doing pulled or what are you cooking for pulled?
I'm doing monies now. It's like I said. Like I mean,
Bing.
Andy's got picks. Andy's
Andy, I
got
swear
picks.
to God, you better fuck off, Andy. Get the fuck out of here. Get the hell out of here, Andy.
We never do that to anybody who gives up enough information.
David
So-
submitted him on his
I
application.
may have to send the link to Andy. I may link to the show to Andy to get him in.
Are we
Fucking
doing
Andy,
that
get the fuck
backstage?
out of here.
Oh.
I'm being serious. Like, I was
Sell for chicken tips.
chicken tips.
Uh,
tips.
Serious, like I was turning in pooled, I went into monies, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? The beginning of the year, I was doing pooled in monies, and then I was like, so this was what changed everything. So we were in San Benito.
Here we go.
It was
There we
cold
go.
as fuck. It was San Benito.
Side story.
It was cold as shit. Caesar was parked next to me. They parked me fucked up, dude. Like I was like with the wind, the wind was pushing at me, and I was cooking monies and pool and in the whole butt, just smaller, and my port drum just went out because of the fucking wind was hitting, and I was there running to Caesar's camp, like Caesar, let me put my fucking my pork on your drum, and he's like, fuck it, just put it in, and that
Man,
shit.
I did say yes.
Yeah, you did say yes. You
I
should
should have
regret
said
that.
no. I should have
Yeah,
said no.
should have said no. And that day, all I had was just nothing but monies that day. And I was like, what am I going to do with these monies? You know what I mean? So, I was just there fucking around on the table. I got like 15 minutes, to put them in the box. I was there messing around doing this bullshit. And then I was like, you know what? Let me throw some money rolls. You know what I mean? Acting like this shit, like I'm the first person to do it. But there's like a shit ton of people that have been doing it. And I did it. And then we go to the wards, and then one of the guys asked me, he's like, hey, like, have you got a port call? I was like, no, not yet, but it's already second. They're calling second place, and they call first place, and it's me. So ever since then, I've
And
been
me.
doing
It
money.
was me. It was you and me, right? Because
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, you used my drum, right? So
Yeah, no. Now my money didn't touch your drum, man. But
something did.
but I appreciate Caesar for the fucking assist, because I dude, like my fucking generator went out on me that day, and it was like fucking 30 degrees. It was fucking pouring rain too, and I was like, dude, like I'm having the worst fucking competition in my life. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You gotta go through some adversity. You know what I mean? I'm just glad my buddy right here, he helped me out. But ever since then, I've been cooking, monies, just nothing but straight monies. And I think the only thing I changed, the one weekend I changed was in Pleasanton. So I did pulled that day, because I remember last year I did pulled in monies and I placed, but that time they didn't fucking hit for shit. And but now I just feel like me turning in all money's been helping out. But the only thing that I changed my little appearance on Lock, Stocks, and Borrows, because it seems like last year when I did monies and pooled, my monies looked like shit, dude. Like I'm talking about, my monies they didn't look like circles, they looked like ovals, like literally like this. They didn't look like that. And I did monies going across one end, the one corner to the other corner, and then I did the pooled and then the cubes, and then on there like, fuck, dude, this is not gonna hit, and it didn't hit last year, and then this year in Stocks and Borrows, like I did my trim perfectly fine. It looked badass. Like, you know what I mean? These money muscles are gonna look cool as fuck. And then like fucking most of my fucking money muscles like came out like dog shit. Literally like little like turds. And literally like
That's how
fucking
mine
turds.
normally come out.
Yeah, they normally come out like turds, but this one actually looked like a fucking a dog shitting on the fucking table. And one money muscle.
Good enough for
One-
nine.
One money muscle came out badass, and I did the same presentation, but just a little bit different. I'm not gonna go into super detail on that presentation.
You don't have to go into super detail, but just tell us a little bit about it.
I mean,
I did corner to corner. That's all I did.
Some people use temperature probes. This guy describes his food by shit. Like what type of shit does it look like?
Dog
Bro,
shit.
they're zooming on you,
regular
bro. They're
shit,
zooming.
juicy shit, good as
Has he
shit.
ever drawn you a box, Caesar? KP is actually hand
On a
drawn
napkin.
Phil a box on a
a
napkin. Yeah.
Man, I've got the picture. I just can't share it. I'm not allowed
I'm
to share
usually
it.
blessed to see
the
his
napkin.
boxes.
Bro, if I had like crayons and a paper, I would show you, but
Yeah.
it would just look
We
like
got
dog
time.
shit.
It would just look like dog shit. Give me
Yeah.
that brown crayon.
You put that drawing crayon.
That's all I need.
That's all I need, man. It's still hit. I don't know, But I was there
Do
crossing my.
you feel like pork is your best category or no?
Honestly, it really is, and that's because last year when I was competing a lot more last year, like I was there telling Caesar, dude, like I just don't feel comfortable cooking pork because all down here in the valley is just nothing but 3 meats, and there was a pork comp, there was a 4 meter, and Caesar was telling me just fucking do it, don't overthink
Next
it.
donation gets it.
And ever since then, I've been loving cooking pork, honestly. And this year itself, there was only one cook-off that I only did. That was only 3 meats, and then never again I'm doing 3 meats. It's just nothing but 4.
Is Rosanki a 4 meat?
Hell yeah, it's gonna be 4 meats. If I say it's 4 meats, it's gonna be 4 meats.
Oh God!
I'm just kidding.
Get ready for this.
Get ready, fellas. But nah, dude. Honestly, like this year, I've been strictly on nothing but 4 meats, no 3 meats at all.
Show everybody.
Oh shit, that's a nice one.
Come back. Bill didn't see it. Come, you got to show it again. Bill didn't see it.
Oh, there it is.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Little-
Little nice
Is
large
that
mouth.
the one that it looked like the one that sings?
Yeah.
Right.
Billy the bass. Billy the bass.
Billy the largemouth bass.
Oh, there's your quick fish. There's your 30-minute fishing report
Right.
coming live.
So you're pulling up to a comp, Dave. How do you size up the competition, man? What are you thinking when you get there, or you don't care?
Bro, I really don't give a shit. Yeah, I mean, I just go in there, just set up my shit, and I don't my mind just goes blank. Honestly, I'm just there. Dude, is there a Whataburger nearby? Because I'm hungry most of the time. That's all I think, dude. There better be a Whataburger nearby.
He ain't worried about who's there. He's worried about if there's a Whataburger.
Yeah, there better be a Whataburger, bro.
But I mean, do you have a plan for the rest of the year as far as and you're obviously in the number 1 spot. Man, team counts, are you looking at team counts as far as where you're going, David, or no?
No. Honestly, people people tell me, oh, you should worry about the team counts and all that. Honestly, not really. The only thing I'm worried about is just if there's a big payout. Honestly, that's where I'm going because it's like I said, most of this stuff comes out of my pocket, so I got to rely on these big payouts to pay out, and so I can go for the next one.
Thanks, Eddie.
How much was it?
Appreciate it.
$19.99. You need to turn that baby up.
It was enough.
Oh shit!
It was enough. Oh, he's cracking it up. Here's when it gets real.
Oh no!
So, David, that's a good strategy. If you're at the contest that pays the most, man, you're normally at the biggest contest or whatnot.
That's right.
Chase the money, man. The team count will follow. I like the strategy.
Yep, exactly.
So, looking it up just from
what did I tell you, Dave? What's the race to right now?
Oh shit! Oh.
What's the race to point wise, right? It's what I was telling Dave is it's a race to 5,000 overall points.
Man, that's where I was going with it. He's at 46.21 right now. 53.99. Man, I was at 53.13 last year. I finished, 80.
That's not easy to do, bro, because you had a
easy.
shitload of ones. Right now the way the competition game has been kind of coming up around us, it's not easy. It's not easy to get to 5,000. So I feel like the race this year is 5,000, and then from there you can start looking at comp sizes.
Yeah, I mean GC should be the goal, in my opinion. You stack up GCs, and man, if you're chasing ones with money, you're gonna have team count. So, man, all you can do is go play your best barbecue on the line. each week and see where that falls.
Yeah.
Cook as much as
Hope it
you
goes
can.
right.
Obviously, it helps you got that schedule, and I assume you have weekends off most of the time now, right? So you can go cook.
Except Sundays.
Except Sundays, yeah, fucking Sundays I gotta work.
Can't do doubles. Can't do doubles.
That's why he drives back.
Yeah, that's why I drive back.
What time you got to be in the office on Sunday?
Well, I'm lucky enough that I'm off, so I don't got to worry about shit. I'm staying Saturday night over there drinking.
Okay.
But normally,
Yeah, but but the next one, like the next 2 weeks, like I'll be driving back home.
but what time do you work when you do that?
So I work overnight, so I work at 2 p.m. But like I gotta get home. You know what I mean? You gotta get my 8
you
hours
some
of sleep because I'm working a 12 to 14-hour shift. So so I gotta go.
So I'm working on a sponsorship for David. If anyone from NTEX Pools is listening, he uses your pool exclusively to take a shower in his trailer. So anyone from NTEX Pools, reach out to David Cano.
I'm pretty sure they're listening.
He's willing to do a photo shoot.
Say it louder.
This one's pretty good.
Man, I thought you were gonna find a pooper scooper, sponsor.
that's
Someone to
thanks.
pick up all the bullshit.
Alpo.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Man,
pick
shit
up all the
here,
bullshit.
shit there, dog shit.
Man,
This shit.
pooper scooper. Just go around picking up all the bullshit.
Picking up all the bullshit, put it in the box.
Pick it up.
Yeah, pick up all the. Dave needs sponsors. If anyone, yeah, dude. Honestly, like if y'all are sponsors, hit me up, please. This shit is really tough, honestly.
Dave, any rituals or anything like that you got? Any kind of little? Go ahead.
So I got
Superstitions.
I got a couple, honestly. I probably have maybe 4 or 5. So let me just throw this out there. Let me just throw this out there.
You
So
need
everyone,
to stop parking next to me.
don't fucking park next to me. Nah. So I gotta have my cap backwards, not forward. Always backwards.
Okay.
And everyone,
Step one.
yeah, exactly. Y'all are fucking getting a good head start, and everyone knows me because I
I've
work
been
constantly.
practicing that for a while, so
Yeah. So everyone knows me because I wear caps, and every time I do my hair, no one fucking knows me. But anyways, cap backwards, sunglasses on, and me, I gotta have my little Care Bear that's has a Lucky Charm on it. It's all green.
speaking my language, man.
Look, I don't gotta have it with me at awards, but it just needs to be present at the competition. You know what I mean? It needs to be present on the area. And then, I got this little cross that's hanging up on a hook that has holy water, and then I have a little Care Bear that's this fucking tiny that has a little 4-leaf clover that's green next to it. And then that's what's helping me out. And then obviously you got to have your mentality ready too. You don't be drinking during the day of cooking.
I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm out.
Don't be doing that. Yeah, don't be doing that.
Cody said you cut your hair every Thursday before a cook-off.
I actually do. I'm one of those weirdos that needs to cut my hair every fucking week. Yep.
Man, me too.
So
Man, me too.
Yeah.
Man, every Thursday.
I gotta maintain this handsomeness going on. I have to cut stuff up. You never know what happens. You gotta maintain this handsomeness going on.
Sorry, I asked about superstitions.
Hey, good job, Caesar.
Good job,
to the
Caesar.
next one. I want to ask you for advice for up and coming cookers, but I'm afraid of the answer.
Yeah, do all that shit, cut your hair, show up to the competition, and that's it. That's all you gotta do.
Start liking Care Bears.
Man,
Start liking Care Bears and all that.
Man, you were
Oyster
Friday night.
giving up the chicken ribs and pork. Man, any tips on briskets we want to talk about? Man, fuck it, Man, we might go 1 for 4. Man, that ain't bad in this one. That's that'll keep you in the big leagues a little while.
Fucking oysters Friday nights. Fuck oysters, man. Let's get that fucking oyster shit out of here. But brisket. The only thing I'm gonna say is Snake River Farms. That's it.
No, come on, man. There's got to be more than that.
And burnt ends.
Oh God.
And 20 plus pounds. That's it.
We'll do it.
See, this is why the next Valley person needs to come through me before we get him on.
Oh fuck.
David ruined it for everyone else, man. They really get screened.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're proud to do a Valley
That
show
includes-
once a year.
That
you know?
includes Fred.
Yeah.
Once a year.
So Fred, I'll send you a link so you can submit your information.
Yeah, man. Sorry for all you folks out there that filled up 8 pages of notebook paper. Man, sorry you had to write so much.
Better luck next year.
Oh.
Nah, Snake River Farms, you know what I mean? 20 pounds plus. You got, you know what I mean? You got to have a thick flat, you know. Sometimes like me, because like a lot of people tell me like, oh, you don't need a big brisket. Like I do, you know what I mean? Like I got to have room to trim, you know, and I like a thick flat. I like thick slices. And I don't mind spending just a little bit more just on the brisket, you know.
You getting those at HEB or you ordering them, David?
HEB, honestly, like I have this little superstition too on brisket. So like every time I order them, I don't feel like I do good when I order briskets for some reason. But every time I buy them at the stores, like I do good. But it seems like down here they're fucking hard to find when you go look at the stores down here. You know, like you don't get those big briskets. You always get those little dinkers, fucking 10 pounds, 12 pounds.
Pukers. We call them pukers.
Pukers.
Yeah. Pukers.
Whimper dog.
Whimper dog.
Shit, I'm cooking a 16-pound Snake River Farm this weekend. You know what I mean? Because like I was losing my mind how like I cannot find a 20-pounder, and I've been one of those guys who've been finding them, and I can't find them. And I was there like texting other people because you know how HEB sells points by themselves, and I'm there like, dude, like I need someone to find me a point that's Wagyu at least, and no luck, but I still managed to get this point.
And sorry, bottom up smokers, you can forget it.
Can we
forget.
I'll answer for David. He ain't gonna tell you.
I'm sure you can give a one out of like.
Can you give one rub you use? One rub in your entire cook-off.
Your seasoning? Your seasoning.
Which one? He had a shitload of them.
Bottom up, you got a little nugget there.
There you go. LC product.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate you, buddy.
Hell yeah. But hold on. He likes his briskets like he likes his. Hell, fuck yeah. But yeah, honestly, it's like Snake River Farms, big ass briskets. You know, you can't fucking deny a fucking Snake River Farm, dude. If you see a fucking Snake River Farm that's like 20 pounds, you better take it because it's gonna be gone because of me. And because more than likely, like
easy to find in the valley. I mean, do a lot of the HEBs carry them or no?
HEBs does carry Snake River Farms, but they're super hard to get like a good one. You know what I mean? It's like that's so rare to find. You know.
Do you have a bunch of HEBs down there? How many stores do you have kind of in a 30-mile, 45-minute radius?
Shit, dude. Like I know there's where I live. There's around 3 of them, 4.
So you're mainly hitting those 3 or 4, right? I mean,
yeah, but the thing is, because like HEB, they sell like if you go to an HEB Plus, they're gonna have Wagyu products there. If you go to a regular HEB that does not have, it's not an HEB Plus.
Man,
like,
talk to them. Talk to your meat manager at one of those stores. They can order those. They can order what you want.
Oh yeah, no, like for sure, I always do. But the thing is, they tell me like, oh, it's a gamble because they don't give you like a big, like they give you a box, but the box is like a gamble.
Keep talking to them.
Yeah. Like, you know, I would tell them, like,
Go
you
with
know,
your trophy. Go with your trophy like this.
I want one like this. I want one
Yeah.
like this.
I'm gonna start carrying my shit around me like this, like, you know what I mean? Look at these.
I could see his HEB card now, dude.
You know what I
Looks
mean?
like that. Looks like that, dude.
Man, I can't
Like-
fit a 20-pounder in here with all these trophies.
Trophies. You know, I'm gonna be like, fuck off, peasant. You know, get the fuck out. He's like, GC over here walking through. Better have my wagyus. But yeah, I mean, it's like the thing is, I have a real habit when I go looking for meats. Like the first thing I look for is brisket. You know what I mean? Like it's brisket. But like when it comes to last minute, then I get the last you know, the ribs, the pork and chicken. But sometimes those can be hard to find too. You know what I mean? Because those are not like regular things to find too. So
Why?
because, like, honestly, like, let's just say, like, you're buying a chicken. You know, you have a specific weight you cook on chicken.
And that is?
You know what? Actually, let me throw that out there. I cook a 5.2 chicken. I'll throw that out there.
I took a 4.2.
I cook a 5.2. But let's just say, like, okay, I'm looking for a 5.2. I go to, like, 3 different stores. They're not going to have them. You know what I mean? Sometimes they might not have them. And let's just say I go to another stores across the valley. They're not going to have them either. So, like, you got to find them with the days that you're going to go look for your brisket, and, you know, as well. But you know, that's the thing. So, and the same thing with your ribs and pork. You gotta look for them at the same time you're looking for your brisket. And when I go looking for my meats, the first thing is brisket, and I forget everything else.
You can't go to an HEB without looking at the brisket.
You can't. You really can't. And so honestly, I won't pass by a good prime either. But like fucking primes are hard to find too down here.
Well, right now it's skinny brisket season.
Yeah, it's really good skinny brisket season. So I'm gonna have to start ordering shit, which I don't want to.
It'll still be skinny. You gotta stock up, bro.
Yeah. Fuck.
Well, man, I'm gonna tell you. I know we gave out a lot of tips. I mean, I think 2 of them, maybe 2.
Yeah.
But we're an hour 15 minutes in, David. So if there's anyone you want to thank, you know, I don't know. You said I don't think you have any sponsors, but man,
Intex pools.
Yeah.
if there's anyone want to thank, man, we'll shut her down and man, we'll beat on you backstage and see what we can get out of you. You know, so
Nah, like me, I want to, you know, thank my parents for being my biggest supporters. You know, being there since day one. Want to thank my, you know, my siblings, my sisters for being supportive too, and my friends as well. And I want to give out also to Los Gordos Barbecue Smoke Squad. You know, those are my sponsors, but I don't have sponsors to give me a check here. Like, hey, like go to this one. Shout out to them for their rubs too, and shout out to Cockle-Doodle Q. You know, you know, love their products as well. And you know, shout out to everyone. You know what I mean? Being my biggest supporters. You know, meeting a lot of people as well. You know, y'all too, and shout out to Caesar too. And hell yeah.
well,
man,
cool, man.
on the success this year, and best of luck on Team of the Year, man. Keep it hot. Keep doing what you're doing.
Hell
Keep
yeah.
it up,
Appreciate
kid.
Brother. Thank you.
Man, peace, everybody. Let's take it backstage.